presentation of the National Football League.
This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Brandon Garden alongside Charles Davis. And before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I can give you the standard ones: turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
First run now for Kyren Williams. Now he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
To throw is Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Rams. First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Out of the gun, Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On the sneak, it's Stafford. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to fourth. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Christian McCaffrey. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there from McCaffrey. 77 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Purdy. Under pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. Boy, this has been a nice first drive for them, but right there, Charles, a sack on 3rd and goal, that's tough.
Yeah, and if you're the head coach and the offensive play caller, if you had any thoughts about going for it on 4th down, it's a much more difficult decision now. Likely kick the field goal, but if you're going to go for it, you better have the perfect play call on your sheet.
For the field goal, a 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" because here they come.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
3rd and 12. Stafford now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. And they'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. They're staring up at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 5. Throwing is Stafford. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine. But again, zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 13-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for the first with Corum. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
And the Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Stafford. And he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyren Williams. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. They juked him. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Purdy. That's complete to Pearsall. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That one behind his receiver and incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. That's returnable now for Smith. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's Stafford. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, 50 yards. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. The 49ers now are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 3. Purdy from the gun. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Purdy. And a catch made by his tight end, Luke Farrell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night prime time, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went in at the half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ricky Pearsall, 73 yards. And the 49ers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for two here.
The 49ers will line up.
They'll try and run it here. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Nothing fancy there on that 2-point try. Give it to the big boy, let him go to work.
That almost felt like sandlot football that we used to play, didn't it? Biggest guy on your team who can carry the ball, hand it to him and let him rumble.
Nobody picked me on the Sandlot football team.
You were quarterback, and I know better.
I was the water boy. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down. Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
To throw is Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. No gain on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Puka Nakua with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take him the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Pass caught by Pearsall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Open man is born. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And that will be incomplete.
We already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. 1st down.
I don't know about you, but can you just almost feel the relief that's going through this stadium? He picked up that first down. Without it, this game is over.
And when he took off, it was almost like, oh, no, this might be it, but found a way to pick up the first. And throwing here, Purdy. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kendrick Bourne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. And we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's Stafford.
Here's back-to-back catches for Devontae Adams.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Just more of the same here. That's back-to-back catches for him to start the drive. They've looked his way quite a bit, and with good reason, as this duo picks up yet another first down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's been the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll hand it off now. Williams.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 47 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Shedding the tackle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
14 more yards.
Good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
2nd down, goal to go.
Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Tutu Atwell.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So Purdy and the Niners down 28-21. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
To throw is Purdy.
Out right to Bourne. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do. And think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Purdy to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Purdy.
Got the connection here to Bourne. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Here's 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. Pass complete once again to Bourne.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
They'll come up now on second down. Here's Purdy to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw. A solid stiff arm. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
First down.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 12-yard line.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.